I know what you guys are thinking, all right? Battlefield 2042's trailer, pristine. The game launched terribly. No pre-orders, no pre-orders, no pre-orders. Everybody's saying it, but my God, if you haven't seen the trailer yet, it is fucking nice. It is very fucking promising. However, it is EA and it is DICE, and last game did not promise us shit. It is good now, but it did not promise us fucking anything. So we have to really hope that this one's going to be good. So today, we're going to be watching the trailer, dissecting it a bit, and I'm going to be going over my wish list for the Battle Royale and also for multiplayer. And honestly, if you guys haven't, please follow, like, and subscribe. Truly means the world to me. Also, my most recent video, even though it's been a while now, but my most recent video that I've uploaded, because I have been kind of lacking on YouTube, and I'm going to change that as Battlefield comes out. But my most recent videos with Shroud and Timmy, you know, it's Timmy, and we frag out on Splitgate and get a dub. So please, if you want to check that out, I would appreciate that very much. And yeah, so just real quick summary of me going on with this situation is that I told everybody, especially on stream, that I am officially going to quit streaming. I literally mean this. I'm going to quit streaming if Battlefield isn't fun to me, or is just a terrible situation where it looks like it's just going to flop entirely. Now, I know there's people that play Battlefield 2042 to this day, make content, get viewers, and trust me, I've seen it. A guy on fucking Kick gets 33,000 viewers on Kick playing Battlefield 2042. I shit you not. Seen it a couple times now. And it keeps happening. So, I want this game to be kind of my stepping forward of what I really been working hard for in terms of growth. So please, I really hope that happens. Again, all the support's truly appreciated. Follow YouTube here, follow Kick, I'll link it all in the description. But anyways, I do want to talk about the trailer. We're going to watch it, and then we're going to try to dissect a little bit. There's not a whole lot that the trailer shows, but we are going to just get a little bit of information out of it. It looks more or less like campaign's going to be good. Campaign looks fucking good, but it looks like it's just more or less showing a lot of the campaign stuff. You'll get a little bit of taste here and there with maybe multiplayer. I mean, kind of sort of. I know like one of the maps is on there for sure. Maybe two of the maps is on there in the trailer of multiplayer, but you know, we're gonna try to figure out a little bit. Obviously, just give our opinion and thoughts, and then obviously I'm gonna go over again my wish list. And also, if you guys have an opinion that I may have missed, please, without any hesitation, go into the chat, comment section, whatever, and honestly, just put your opinion down and just tell me what I missed, what you think you would like to see, maybe weapons, maybe, you know, certain features in the game, whatever it is. But we're going to get into this, and also I want to point out something before we even start this, which is crazy, is that I want to do a little bit of a comparison of two trailers. And you're going to fucking laugh at this because people are really doubting the potential this game has. So without further ado, flip it over to Battlefield 6 official trailer right here. I know my cam's kind of covering it, but I want you to realize something here, okay? This video's got 7 million views, almost, or 7.5 million views, just about there. 464,000 likes. If you don't think the hype is real, Black Ops 7 official trailer, 40 million views, 141,000 likes. And yes, I did downvote it because I'm doing my due diligence. This game already said they're going to have carryover. So at launch, you're talking about Beavis and Butthead skins, American Dad skins, fucking Snoop Dogg and a bong, and fucking weapons that are... It is literally now official. Call of Duty has sold out. They want to be Fortnite first-person shooter Call of Duty. That's just literally what it is. So you're doing your part. Downvote that and make them fucking wake up finally and let them have a good game, because honestly at this point it's just Fortnite FPS first person shooter, and really at that point people want, you know, we're older, we want fucking straight up rough hardcore gameplay, something gritty, something that made them succeed in the past, like Battlefield 1. That was an amazing game. It's probably one of their best games, and Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3 all stayed true to their form, gritty, and the success was there. So anyways, my opinion, let's get over with this trailer, watch it together. I'm gonna mute my mic and we'll have an opinion right after this. So,
my fellow citizens, my fellow, we will prevail.
We're ready, Mr. President.
My fellow citizens, today represents a dark day in our history. With this monstrous, unprovoked attack, no country is safe from their reach. For For all those serving on our behalf, our prayers go with you. For the Pax Armada mercenaries who are watching now, I have a message. It's over.
Let's get to work.
Come, your masters of war. Hear the bells of big guns. Hear the hide behind walls.
30 seconds.
They turn and run farther when the fast bullets fly.
Move fast. Move decisive. Dagger on my 6.
Send it.
And I hope that you die. And your death will come soon. I follow your casket by the pale afternoon. I watch while you
Clear the ship now.
and I stand over your grave, 'cause I'm sure that you're dead.
Paint the target for the F-61.
I watch while you
Fucking burn us all.
and I stand over your grave, 'cause I'm sure that you're dead. Masters of war.
So, going back over that, a trailer always knocks it out of the park, but I think they really, and I think this is more like a, all right, you guys complain so goddamn much about no destruction in Battlefield 2042. Let's add a fuck ton of it to the trailer. I mean, that's what I took out of that per se. But anyways, we're gonna go over this. I do have some things that I've noticed, even watching it over again. I have some things that I noticed too. We could turn off the captions here and let's get this going. So anyways, in the beginning, obviously, we're going based off of campaign here. President's addressing State of the Union, you know, not State of the Union address, but you know what I mean. They're addressing to the people that there is a fucking conflict going on between NATO and Pax Armada. I'm assuming Pax Armada is just a rat pack of countries. NATO is obviously a rat pack of countries, and there's some kind of beef going on, right? Obviously, that's the war. So it should be NATO versus Pax Armada every time you play. And again, part of my wish list is gonna talk about that a little bit in a sense. You'll see what I'm talking about later. But anyway, so it says at the bottom, gotta make sure they notice that game engine footage, not actual gameplay. So this is how it makes me think that this is a lot of clips from campaign, but obviously you're gonna get a lot of hints because they do intertwine campaign with multiplayer. I mean, that's just normal Battlefield, that's normal Call of Duty even. So, you know, it's normal gameplay. So anyways, here, this is someplace in America. I can't say where. I'm assuming it's New York because it's just right the next scene after, but this looks like Brooklyn, New York, or somewhere around there. That is I believe that's the Manhattan Bridge. It could be the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure, you know, I don't know New York too well, but I'm pretty sure that is actually, no, I really do think it's Brooklyn Bridge because there was a person that posted a picture of pretty much not this scene, but one of the other scenes, and then them standing in that same spot with the picture. So it's crazy. So I believe that's actually Brooklyn Bridge. And then you see him gripping his hand. He's got bruised up knuckles. I'm assuming he probably got into a fucking altercation of some sort, maybe interrogating Pax Armada person or something. I don't know. But obviously that shows a little standpoint in that. But he is kind of nervous making this announcement. So I'm assuming it's pretty fucking serious. But famous fucking actor there. I forgot his name, but he's pretty big, pretty known. Again, more explosions. I don't know if that like moment of them hiding behind the wall has anything to do with possible gameplay of you like peeking over walls and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of leaked gameplay that doesn't show that, but you never know. I mean, that leaked gameplay could be older, you know, fucking builds that haven't added that yet, so we don't know. But obviously, could be some speculation there. A little scene of him hitting the fucking table. He's pissed off. Something failed. Helicopter blowing up. That's a pretty good picture right there, actually. So, caught that. Still nervous. He's not looking too happy. Battlefield Studios. So here's kind of like, if you remember Clean House from Modern Warfare 2019, you're kind of sweeping the building. Might have a mission in the game like that, but if they have some kind of tactical style movement and gameplay while you're searching through tight quarters, CQB, then I would assume you could have some kind of gameplay around that too. So there's a possibility that there is that. You can see he goes through here, and then obviously a helicopter showing the destruction, busting through the building. A lot of that happens in this trailer. Once again, more action around Brooklyn Bridge. So the guy had a picture right here. You're standing right here, and it's literally like similar image entirely. So I'm assuming, I think that's Brooklyn Bridge. I could be wrong. It could be Manhattan Bridge. I don't know. But they're right next to each other. So, anyways, helicopter flying through. So he talks about the Pax Armada here, and you can kind of see. I'm going to assume Russia or some kind of Spetsnaz type forces, or even like what's the other countries around there, China and stuff like that. They're part of the Pax Armada because the weaponry is kind of similar to that. I remember Jack Frags, when he was talking about, he said it looks like an Ace 23, but it looks like just some kind of AK variant of some sort to me. Then you got like what looks like it could be a PKP. It's really hard to say, or RPK actually. It looks more like an RPK. It's hard to kind of tell in this visual. And I don't know what he's carrying per se, but you could just tell, one, he's supposed to be like the medic. I think now Battlefield's going to medic with LMGs. I just think that's a terrible idea. I think they should just be the AR people, so they're flexible. They can fight in close quarters if they have to an extent, and at the same time they could also have some range. So that's just my personal opinion. I think they should flip the roles before the game launches. I don't know. Beta, keep an eye out for the beta. Should be coming around the corner real soon. I think it's like August something, so we get to enjoy the beta and see how it goes. But I think that's just ideally better, because the LMG guys should be support. They're the ones that are laying down suppressive fire, you know, make sure the team's getting their fucking gear. I think it just makes the most sense. I don't know if this guy has anything to do with like a stealthy gameplay style. I have no idea, but you could tell they're in some kind of valley of some sort, and they're getting ready to go out. There they are, fucking getting ready to load up. A lot of people here. Chinook helicopter, I know that Jack Frags pointed that out, but the Chinook helicopter right over here and right here. So they could, those are rumored to be what you drop out of for the Battle Royale. This could be an opening scenery for the Battle Royale, but I just think this is something to do with the campaign, honestly. I don't think it's much more than that, but again, the Chinook helicopters being there could speak otherwise. So anyways, they're running through, getting ready. More scenes of him talking. You got some modern American weapons here, NATO weapons. That looks like, oh, going way too fast. That looks like an M4 of some sort. I don't see that being like an M416 possibly, but it looks more like just an M4 carbine. With the way that the handguard is on here. You can see that he has a tactical flashlight, a laser sight, so there's gonna be some pretty big customizations, and a suppressor. It might be the full-on like maybe 8 or 10 attachment system on your gun, which would be fucking awesome. I don't see a foregrip. I don't see an extended mag. This looks like just standard, and then you have your red dot there. So, oh, kind of missed that a little bit. So that looks like an M249 saw. I mean, the iconic LMG of sorts for the Americans. Someone was saying, I think Jack Frags even said this looks like an SV98. I kind of see that, but at the same time too, I think the Gold Magnum kind of looks similar, if I'm not mistaken. It could even be like an MSR or something like that. It's really hard to say, but it's hard to tell what the sniper is. But yes, one of these iconic snipers from the older Battlefields is coming back into this game. Is cool. You got your fucking jets going in. I'm not a big vehicle person myself, but I think once I play this game, I'm going to dabble into vehicles a little more, just to fucking learn them and fucking owning them. So again, more just visuals of fucking explosions and whatnot. But this is really cool because this trailer kind of, or this scene specifically, but makes me kind of think like they know about Battlefield 1. It's kind of like that, hey, we know what you guys fucking like to see from Battlefield 1 in terms of the trailers and stuff and how epic it was. And this kind of recaptures that feeling, that essence of, oh shit, like they recognize what they had type of thing. But anyways, blowing through, lots of destruction. I mean, there's a lot of scenes with destruction. This one I really wanted to talk about though, because it looks like you could help your soldiers up over the wall. That might be a gameplay feature, and I think that would be really good for Battle Royale specific game, even like just multiplayer, but just Battle Royale specific, so that way map traversal is a little better. Because I know in games like Warzone and like other games that like you really don't have a way to get up tall walls. You have to go around. It kind of limits routes, and then those limited routes will actually fuck up for you. People could pre-aim that shit. Now if you're with a team and you're trying to rush to get the fuck out of there, you could take any kind of big wall look that's like doable to fucking climb over with your team, and then that way it changes the dynamic of routes. So I think that's pretty cool if they add that. Now this is, again, it's still I think a lot of the scenes here are Brooklyn, New York, or around that area, but there is rumors of it being also towards where I'm from, which is Los Angeles. There's going to be some shit in Hollywood, so that's hour plus away from me. That's cool. So I hope to get to see some iconic spots there that I recognize. But according to the leaks, Battle Royale will be set in California, which is kind of funny because California, everyone's joking that it's already on fire, and it is. So I mean, yeah, it kind of fits. It's like Battle Royale, you mean just normal California life? Yeah, I mean that's the joke, but yeah, definitely, kind of, you're right. But anyways, Carnival, sick ass area to play in, I'm sure. You got some valleys here. You got an all tank situation rolling up like classic Battlefield. I think Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, but what I see out of this is there going to be tank superiority mode? Is there going to be an air superiority mode, or whatever, just vehicle superiority, where it's just tanks and jets and helicopters just all fucking fighting each other in massive amounts? That would be cool as a game mode. Keep that in mind. So, but other than that, I think that's just more campaign. Another spot here, campaign. This reminds me of Battlefield 5 with the map that has the bridge that came down. It's kind of like a V-shaped, like, crash into the bridge, and then you have like trenches on the outside and everything. I forgot what the map is called, but that map was actually really good for gameplay. I know some people have their opinions on it, but you got your close quarters, you got your outside range, and you got a mix of both where you could even go from the close quarter spots to fight at range. It was actually a genius fucking map. People don't realize how good these maps are until you really go back and look and think about all the details of how they're trying to dynamically spread out the gameplay, and I think this is kind of resemblance of that. So famous actor again, clean house, make a game mode out of it. I don't know, we're gonna be talking about that in the wish list, but obviously fucking sick, right? Fucking launches the rocket all cool. By the way, I just wanted to say that this is at 1080p. I didn't put it at 4K or 1440p, so my apologies for that. But anyways, Land King Dam reference here, kind of, sort of. Also, kudos to the team for this trailer with putting in Bob Dylan, one of my most favorite artists of all time. So that's fucking awesome. And obviously adding the iconic Battlefield. Dun, 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 dun. That shit is sick. It's fucking dope. Obviously, not surprised. They're always going to fucking make it dope. So, Land King Dam remap thing. I didn't mention this in the wish list, but we'll talk about that when I talk about that soon. Fire coming through, crashing this building down. You got a minigun shooting out this building right here. Fucking explosions going on. Buildings coming down. People are held up in there. You got people shooting with RPG to take the helicopter out. Fucking just dope ass, scene. But again, gameplay wise, if we could expect, which I'm gonna try to mention this now before I even get to the wish list, but this will be kind of part of the wish list, is that helicopters, from what I've seen so far, they crash and they don't like just blow up and disappear. They have like volume to them as they're crashing. So yeah, they're fucking blown up and they're fucking not working, but do they have like a heavy build to them where they fucking collide into buildings and crash down buildings? That's something we could use in the game. Just makes the gameplay much more epic and memorable, and get those Battlefield moments that people just get addicted to. So beautiful. Obviously, here we go, launching in like that World War II beach, is it Normandy? Storming the beaches of Normandy. They have that kind of like modern version of it. You see the fucking I don't even know what to call those little fucking steel fucking crosses or whatever in the ground to cover behind. But this is like a Normandy little playback. And then you got your fucking valley here, and they're on ATVs and they're just mobbing through. Again, more or less just not gameplay related, but campaign related, but still that'd be sick to mob around in ATVs. I kind of, just now that I think about it, might be like a little bit of a hint that there's going to be ATVs inside Battle Royale, and you could traverse through these type of maps. This is probably like a little bit of a visual hint of the Battle Royale map without telling you guys. So maybe. And then here you got somebody getting hit with a hammer, obviously. If you don't know about this information already, there is already rumored that you could carry a hammer in the game to bust down walls and get through different areas with that. So that's really cool. And I guess you get to knock people the fuck out with your hammer. Now, going back to this, is that not Irish? have your opinion in the comments. Is that not fucking Irish? Please tell me that I'm tripping here. That's not Irish. Because I think Irish might be low-key coming back into this game somehow, some way. Because I think this is supposed to take place anyways before 2042. So I could be wrong. But is that not fucking Irish? I don't know. I think it is, personally. I think it's a little hint. But here they go busting down the bridge. See, there's I believe that's supposed to be Manhattan and that's Brooklyn. I don't know New York too well, so somebody fucking from New York make me look stupid in the comments. Thank you. just correct me. Another famous actor. I don't know where he's from exactly, but I'm assuming he's the Pax Armada villain. He doesn't really have he looks more Irish than anything. Funny enough, Irish, but he looks more like an Scottish. He might be Scottish, I don't know. I gotta look up his history, but yeah. So him being part of the Pax Armada makes me just thrown off a little bit about what countries are where. Maybe it's just not any set country. It's just, mercenaries. I mean, technically they're mercenaries for hire, from what I'm kind of assuming. So maybe it doesn't matter what country they're from. They're just trying to make a fucking buck. So. Anyways, jet play, train coming through. Is this a hint to Operation Metro? Please don't bring back Operation Metro, but please bring back a iteration of sorts like Operation Metro, like they did in Battlefield 5. That'd be fucking awesome. So, people are saying this might be another glimpse of Battle Royale in a sense, but really I think this is more just campaign landing into a certain spot. I know Jack Frags pointed out the exact location of this. He says like Gibraltar or something like that, but still... it's possible. There's 5 people here dropping in though, which makes me think that's why it's not Battle Royale-esque related. It's supposed to be quads at the maximum from leaks. So we'll be talking about leaks a little bit too, just a little bit of leaks. And then obviously in the comment section, I'll be adding to leaks if I ever find any, maybe even make another video, but for now, no. So one of the maps that's been displayed a lot in the gameplay leaks is a beautiful map like this. It reminds me of the Battlefield 1 map that's on the side of the mountain, and they have that big fucking Zeppelin that comes in, and you could fucking, fire down on people. When it blows up, it crashes into that side of the mountain. This map kind of reminds me of that, but a lot more close quarters oriented and more of a valley than just a side of a mountain, which is fucking sick. It looks gorgeous too from gameplay. So, more just campaign scenes busting in. I know back in the day, and again, I watched the Jack Frags video just recently on this, so this is how I kind of remember this too, but that not recently, but a while back, they leaked destruction on an engine that resembled this exact type of building coming down, and this looks just amplified from that. So they really have been working on the destruction quality. If this isn't just CGI, visuals, this is not just for video purposes, this is like gameplay purposes per se, then the destruction is going to be up there, it's going to be crazy. And pretty much that last scene is just pretty much like, what are you waiting for? Get the fucking Battlefield 6, get the fuck over here. So anyways, yeah, great trailer. I thought it was fucking amazing. I love it, and I'm excited. Now everyone's saying, remember, no pre-orders, but I'm gonna be honest, what FPS shooter is out that doesn't really make me want to play the game? You know what I mean? There's not going to be a single game. Arc Raiders is the only one that's got a little bit of hype behind it from the world. I still don't think it's going to be a main game. I'll play that, but I truly think this is just next fucking level. So, Battlefield 6 wishlist. Wrote this down. We're going to talk about it now. So my number one thing, or not number one thing, but my first official thing that I wrote down was obviously slide mechanic resembling Battlefield 5 with 80 as penalty for jumping. We don't like Call of Duty's bunny hopping shooting bullshit, right? We don't want the slide jump mechanic. I mean, I don't mind it, but I just don't think it's ideal for a game like this. We want more grounded. Just ground the fucking game. Let aiming be the talk of the game, let accuracy be the talk of the game. So I asked for slide mechanic resembling Battlefield 5, because if you played Battlefield 5, the sliding was so fluid and smooth. When you slid, it just flowed, like you're flowing through the map, but it wasn't broken. It wasn't ugly looking. It wasn't like completely breaking people's cameras type shit. It was just fucking smooth. It made the gameplay feel so good, flowing around, sliding down hills, especially down hills because you catch a little bit of speed, sliding down hills, downstairs, and just fucking getting ready to shoot. Now, you could do the sliding, but right when you get up, aiming's fine, but jumping aiming, fucking make it so it's not possible. You know what I mean? And they've done it before. Battlefield 2042 kind of has somewhat of a thing like that, but they really wanted to compete with COD, so they kind of made it less of that, which was really unfortunate and stupid. So this time, Battlefield 5, sliding mechanic, add a penalty for ADS jumping, please. I'm sure everybody will be happy with that. Trust me. No skill-based matchmaking, please. No EOMM, no skill-based damage output. Any fucking stupid bullshit that's in games today, get it the fuck out. Honestly, none of that. No variation of any of that, please. We all will thank you later, I promise. Unless you had a ranked mode or something, fill it up. But no, except for skill-based damage. That's stupid. That's one of the stupidest things I've ever fucking heard. Even engagement, online matchmaking, just all that shit's dumb. Just skill-based matchmaking, ranked. It makes sense. That's it. Okay? Keep it there. No fake Fortnite, Call of Duty style sponsored skins. Like obviously you have fucking Squid Game, American Dad, fucking all the new ones, Beavis and Butthead. We get it, right? Call of Duty's trying to be Fortnite. First person shooter Fortnite. All that shit's carrying over into Black Ops 7 and that bullshit. Keep it over there. Let the kiddies play with that, you know, whatever. Us men, we want, if you're gonna, I mean, and this is where I'm coming to an understanding. You want money, take it from companies, make it fitting of the style of the game. Modern shooter, dark, gritty, fucking cool, you know, like make it like a soldier, you know. But also at the same time, I also put this forced to one faction. So there was a big issue with Battlefield 2042 as a big game like that, is that there would be a McKay on your team and a McKay on the other team, and they look fucking similar. So sometimes in the heat of moments, you fucking might think, oh shit, that's not an enemy and that's an enemy. It's not as common as it sounds, but it does happen. And I think personally, if you have sponsored skins of some sort, not talking fucking completely out of the realm, but I'm talking like sponsored skins of some sort, lock them to factions. So when you join a faction, you're playing as that skin on that faction. Period. Not like Call of Duty where you buy the fucking Optic Texas skin and one side's dark and one side's white, because it doesn't work. It just needs to have a fitting style to where it stands out for that faction per se. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, it'd be like, okay, like ideally Razer, I mean, what else can I compare but other than Razer and Logitech, right? So let's do Razer. Razer has a skin, fits for NATO, whatever, and it's a big sponsor, and it's not like over the top Razer logo or anything. It's very minimal, very minimalistic, but just looks cool, fits a modern shooter look. And then you have the other side, the faction, the Pax Armada, where the Pax Armada will have a certain fucking look with that logo. You know what I mean? Like maybe like an inverse of some sort, but like clearly they stand out. You know what I mean? So same thing with Logitech. Logitech would have some side maybe be like, you know, their logo small or something and fucking minimalistic, and the other side have more or less like a fucking inverse of that. So no bright colors, no bullshit like that. Just something that kind of says, hey, you know, this company sponsoring the game. Because, you know, at the end of the day, they're going to try to do that. And this is me coming to understanding. If it was me personally, I wouldn't have any skins in the game other than just fucking dope ass fitting war skins that make it feel like a modern war. But you know they're going to try to get some money out of this game, so they're going to go after that. So at least do it to an extent. My personal opinion is if you're going to try to keep it more of a modern shooter, go after sponsors like weapons, right? So like Smith & Wesson, fucking Glock, fucking whatever, right? Make some fucking companies, you know, come out, Ruger, whatever, you know, just use those type of companies that fucking sponsor your games, you know. That's cool. You know what I mean? That's cool, and that works, and it could work. Maybe weapon skins, you know, maybe keep skins away, but just weapon skins per se, because weapon skins is not that big a deal. Let's just say you're seeing the skin, you pick up somebody's gun, you see that skin, but not like fucking over the top, like animated bullshit, right? Keep that shit out of the fucking game. Okay. I ranted a little bit there, but Call of Duty really fucked FPS shooters up for us, so. Nerfed aim assist. Yes, I'm bringing that out. Sorry, controller players. Don't fucking hate me. But guess what? Call of Duty is so broken that aim assist is literally the main choice for people now, especially in ranked and stuff. You don't see people, unless they're really cheating, because let's be honest, a lot of COD streamers, COD content creators, they're fucking cheating. If you don't know, you should know. Do your research. They're all going to aim assist in some way, though. It always goes back to aim assist. Aim assist, aim assist, aim assist. Nerf it. Nerf it. Properly balance it. Make it so that these players can still play the game comfortably, but they can't be looking like they're god tier from it. Like Call of Duty. Call of Duty is such a casual shooter that you could literally be so bad at gaming, but you feel welcomed into Call of Duty because it's all about business. make them feel like they could play the game. That's all I asked. Like, they could play the game and obviously try to develop off that, because that's what gaming's about. It's about FPS competitive shooting is about fucking gradually getting better. Don't let them just be fucking, you know, practically Shroud out of the fucking box and they don't even know how to move their joysticks properly. Fuck that. Nerf aim assist. We all will thank you later. Mouse and keyboard, I get it. People say, oh, it could be easier to aim. It's no. It's the only thing that mouse and keyboard has is that you could aim pretty comfortably and accurately at range. That's about it. In close quarters, we're fucking bouncing around unless you have good mouse control. That's skill developed. Fuck that Nerf aim assist. Sorry, controller players. Talk about it in the comment section. Whatever, right? Just fucking, I'm telling you now, proper balancing is all I ask, okay? You could have aim assist, proper balancing. Now, this one bugged me a lot because this was Battlefield 2042, and I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do with that. But no bloom firing, so I get it. Some people complain like, oh, guns just shoot so straight, and you can beam people across the map. I get it. Recoil is for that. Recoil controls for that. But bloom firing, where bullets just spread wildly, stupid. So a gun can sit straight, but the bullets are just going like this. I just dumb. The stupidest thing. That's fucking Fortnite shit. No. Okay? No bloom firing. Bullets spread at a minimum over range with SMGs, preferably. So the reason why I say that is because SMGs are close quarter guns. You could add some bullet spread at a minimum for over range, because then you can't beam across the map with an SMG. Does that not sound fair? I think that sounds fucking completely fair. Proper recoil mechanics, like I just mentioned, not over the top. Because again, when guns recoil all stupid, like in Call of Duty, and the guns will go like fucking stupid. They don't have a proper recoil system. It's dumb as fuck, and Call of Duty feels like one of the shittiest fucking guns to shoot when you play that game. Especially, well, not the older CODs, I would say like the newer age CODs. So really, Black Ops 6 and fucking maybe Modern Warfare 2 was two good examples. Modern Warfare 3 kind of had it a little bit, but it was somewhat not as bad. And then, or the remaster, should I say? But then you have this. So, or not remasters, but recreations, whatever the fuck. Call of Duty's lost its goddamn marbles, making me lose my marbles. Scoreboard, obviously, big deal. We need that. And a return of Battlefield Stat Tracker online. So I think in-game for sure have the stat tracker, but like online was a big deal. A lot of people would go to their fucking, even to this day, they go to their stats from older Battlefields and would just see them on top of the leaderboards and percentages. Just bring that back, because people really fucking played the game a lot from that alone, not including myself. Top 1% in the world, Battlefield 4. I was fucking trying to keep that shit going for a while, for years, until obviously I stopped. And then obviously Battlefield 5 came around, and I don't recall if, no, Battlefield 5 didn't have it. It was Battlefield 1 that had it, I believe, the last. And Battlefield 1, I didn't really care too much to keep up on it. It was really Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 that I kept up on it. Battlefield 4 definitely hit top 1% in the world as infantry. So I want to see that again. I want to be able to work at that again. That's personal opinion of mine for my wish list. But I'm pretty sure people would really like to see that. Or maybe an easy access like link for people on PC or even console, because they get linked straight to web browsers now too. Just fucking have a link going straight to Battlefield Tracker, and there you go. Boom. Then you guys see your stats right off the game. You know, right going in the menu from inside the game, pops you right up, opens up a web browser. Boom. There's your fucking stat tracker. I think that's pretty cool. And make it so people could be visually seen too. Like maybe you see someone that's really, really fucking good and you want to see what their stats are. Maybe they're cheating. Maybe you want to report them, but you can't really tell per se what the fuck's going on, right? So then you go stat tracker and you can see their accuracy percentage and whatnot. Oh, this guy's aimbotting. Boom. Send the report. Sounds genius to me. Server browser. I personally think this game needs a server browser. But quick match option for better matchmaking locally. So the reason I say that is because there's going to be people that live in different countries that are going to try to play this game, and if you try to do quick match, they're going to try to reach them out to the farthest depths of fucking the world, right? Server browser helps them with that. For me per se, it's because there's no SBMM, right? There's no fucking trying to keep us all together by skill base. Just keep locally so our connections are good and the game runs fine for us. Quick match. Simple, straightforward. I think that makes sense. I'll probably be running quick match option the most if that's the case, because obviously I just want to have better local servers. But obviously, let's just say hypothetically I play a game mode that maybe nobody's really caring about too much, but I want content on it. Then I'm gonna fucking go into server browser and see where people are playing that the most and hop into that. So just my opinion. Anti-cheat, anti-cheat, anti-cheat. I wrote it down 3 fucking times. We shouldn't have to talk about this. There's plenty of videos out there now, people exposing what kind of cheats there are. Go and fucking research the fuck out of them and fucking knock them out as much as possible. But really make it so that like there's at least a decent enough detection system that really fucking catches these people on the fly. And I don't want them to be put into a fucking ghost lobby or some bullshit like Call of Duty, right? I want them fucking gone. And I want them fucking gone until there is some kind of explanation why they're gone. Bring them back into the game the next day or whatever. And then from there, really try to figure it out, right? Because at that point, everybody gets to try to play the game. There's no false banning bullshit, but we really need to see some clean, like actual fucking shit. So, and there's got to be like really legit visual catching of these people, like straight up aimbotting type shit. I don't want to see fucking just random bans because you got spammed or some shit for reports. Full audio optimization. I say this because I've been playing the finals at times, and finals is a great game. I've never seen a company actually fucking nerf their audio quality. So this is just a personal pick. But I have to go down to 96,000 hertz audio for my system. And I got some $1,000 headphones right here. So these $1,000 headphones, they like to have the highest quality audio. Let us have that. And I don't really think I'm going to have an issue with Battlefield per se with that. So it's just making sure, again, wish list, make sure we have full audio optimization. We could fucking max out our audio quality. Firing range of some sort with aim training options, very straightforward. Rumor is Portal's making a return. Yes, aim training inside Portal with a custom server that somebody made, cool. But in reality, I just want to have an option to aim train this game so I get used to this game, and other people I'm sure would like the same too, especially trying out a gun or something. But firing range is already rumored to be in the game, but just some sort of aim training options, like, you know, target switching or whatever, you know, shoot a target, goes down, next one pops up really quick, blah, 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 whatever. Make it some kind of form of aim training in that, so we could all get used to the game and enjoy it. Just my personal opinion there. Infantry can handle vehicles more efficiently. I guess just pretty much nerf vehicles a little bit, so that way there's balance between infantry and vehicles, because usually vehicles are just overpowered. You see people running 100+ kills and 0 deaths in a fucking helicopter, and no matter how many RPGs you shoot at him, how many times he gets hit, he can repair out really easily. There needs to be some kind of balance, you know, maybe like 2 people fucking shoot an RPG at the same time, instant knockout, or maybe an RPG cripples them a bit so their movement is sluggish and whatever. Cool, you know, if you could one tap with RPG, fantastic, because that's already a skill gap trying to hit that. But, you know, I digress in that field, but just make it so that's more efficient. That's all I'm saying. Commander mode. So some of you guys that don't know, commander mode is a mode that used to be in Battlefield where I could be on my phone at work, and I could be, you know, on lunch or something. I go, I'm gonna hop into a match, and you can see the map of everybody playing, and you could be just kind of like telling people where to go, dropping some care packages, you know, maybe setting off some systems or whatever. It's in Battlefield Hardline as well, which is fucking dope. And it was really cool because you could kind of still be part of these matches without actually being at home playing the game. Make that like incorporated into the game again, because then that only just adds to your player count. You know what I mean? Just bring in commander mode, promote the fuck out of it, and let's see what happens. You know, what's the worst that could happen? Nothing. So people won't play it? Sure. Okay, there's no commanders. Bring that back. You know, a good commander comes in and could turn the tide of the battle. Fuck it, it sounds amazing to me. Personal opinion here, I still think this should happen for sure after we saw those leaks of course, the clean house-esque type campaign section there inside the trailer, but add a tac shooter-esque mode similar to Temu version of Siege. And I said Temu version of Siege because I don't technically want Siege. I just want a Temu version of Siege, which is pretty much attack, defend, you know, sit, hold her up, whatever, fucking play positions in a big tall building or something that has breakable walls or whatever, and then fucking people come in and try to, you know, search and destroy type shit. Or maybe 2 buildings, kind of like how they did in the past with Battlefield 4. I think they had like a search and destroy-esque type mode. Just do that. That's all I ask. And I think it would be successful, believe it or not. I think it would take people away from search and destroy of Call of Duty, and maybe even a little bit of Siege. And there you go. Maybe. Longer match times. This is kind of obvious, but I feel like some matches in Battlefield went by pretty quick, and I feel like especially Conquest and even Rush, make them a little longer. I know some people get ran through, I mean, that's just lobbies, but like make them a little longer, so that way, you know, we're seeing some high kill gameplay, 30-minute matches, you know, people will be fucking happy. It's good times, really good times. Prioritize launch day optimizations. My last wish list thing, because again, I don't know if I missed anything, but prioritize launch day optimizations. The biggest deal there. I want to be able to play the game and it have minimal issues. Yeah, there might be bugs. Obviously, every game launches with bugs, but really, this game should be really trying to be something else. Launch pretty good right off the bat. And, you know, for a successful launch, why not? I mean, you want your game to succeed. You want to exceed that 100 million player count. Not going to happen day one. I promise you that. But that free-to-play mode that comes out, you got a couple months to get that game fucking dialed in. So do it, including Battle Royale. So I say launch day. Just get it playable to the highest extent that you can. Minimal issues. And we should be good and grinding for a long time. Now to Battle Royale. It's the last part I'm talking about here. I know it's been already a long video, but fuck it at this point. You know, hopefully you stuck around for it. Battle Royale, 150 player lobbies. You can do it. Don't even fucking question it. I know you can do it. 64v64 was possible already. 150 player lobbies in Battle Royale. Just do it. It will make the gameplay much more crazy, and it'll be fucking awesome. And higher kill gameplays. Attachment system as lootable items, not color graded simplistic weapon loot. So a lot of games, even Firestorm, Battlefield Firestorm had this issue where they had color graded simplistic weapon loot. So you have a green weapon that has 2 attachments on it or whatever, a blue with 3, a purple with 4, and a red with 5. Yada yada yada. Fortnite, I mean, it's lazy. It's lazy. PUBG don't have that. Blackout didn't have that, so why can't you not have that? I think what made the looting more fun in the game, the looting more intuitive with that, was the fact that you wanted to find these attachments. So I feel like, yeah, you could be aggressive and just go after people, sure, but like, do you want to build up your gun the way you want to build it up? You know, we want to find the right sniper scope for the sniper that you're using. Come on, you know, like that was much better. That was much better. It's much more fun, more intuitive. It made looting actually feel like looting, not just mindlessly grabbing armor and fucking, you know, ammo. You're not even grabbing ammo, really. You're just opening up a crate and hoping there's ammo in there. It's like, no, make this more intuitive. So I feel like that's just the most obvious way of doing it, is making the attachment system lootable. Build your gun up on the go, and then obviously with certain high value loot, full kitted out weapons. And make them like, yeah, make them like even have like some kind of buff or some shit, you know? I don't know. LMG, less weapon spread at full fire rate. So whatever, cool. Just shit like that, you know? Weapon balancing, no meta crap. Yes, just make every gun viable in some way or another, so every gun has a unique feel and you know, just fucking feels like you want to use a certain weapon because you like the weapon. I think that's much better than just meta, because I don't want to see everybody run around with an AK. Do you ever want to see everyone run around with an AK because it's just the gun to use? No, I want people to run around with the gun that they think is cool and it's viable. So just weapon balancing, simple as that. And honestly, if I know Battlefield, for 90% of its lifespan, there was never really meta weapons. There's some at times, but there was nothing really crazy where everybody was using it. You could still be even successful with a non-meta weapon. So yeah, anyways, some sort of, release sooner than 3 months. Battle Royale. The rumor is 3 months they're gonna release it. I say release it sooner than that. I say at least a month and a half to 2 months at the longest. I say even a month. And because I talked about this on stream, if you really want to keep players interested in the game, besides the Battle Royale, you have to make sure that they feel like they're not far away from the game's lifespan, you know, like where they're, or not lifespan, but like the game's peak. It's hard to really put a word to it, but the peak part of it, where they're like really interested, because some people are not going to buy the game. They're going to wait until Battle Royale comes out, and if you wait 3 months, people are going to just go back to playing whatever they're playing. And I just truly think that if you do this right, month and a half, 2 months should be pushing it, but just enough people might just go, okay, I'll watch gameplay till then. But really, I think it should be a month. It should be a month, launch the game, 2 weeks of sales, 3 weeks of sales, and then boom, launch the Battle Royale. And then that way, people that have been waiting, I would say even like a month and a half is fair, because it gives it a little bit of time for people to really get too urged up, like, oh fuck, I want to play this. Bam, I'll just spend the money. It's a business. They have to fucking do it. So I think that's the way to do it, personally. Okay, so some sort of spawn back system that isn't gulag related. I don't want a gulag. I want to be able to come back in the game, but I don't want a gulag. So I guess, you know, simplistically, value, loot, whatever, fucking pay for somebody to come back is fine, but you're limited on it. Maybe like twice, maybe like once, and then end game once or something. I don't know. Something like that would be fair, but I don't know. I don't have an idea behind that. Just make a spawn back system that isn't Gulag, where you have to fight for it. I think it's just cheesy, and we're gonna be copying fucking Call of Duty at that point. Maybe doing an objective and then it brings somebody back, you know, so that way it's kind of a risky move to go out and do that objective, but then once you succeed, get some money or whatever reward, and then your teammate comes back, something like that. So that way it focuses on people fucking like, oh shit, I gotta fucking do this now to bring him back. So vehicles need to be very weak if they are in BR. I say that because if you have a 4-stack that just knows how to keep a tank going, you're probably never gonna fucking win a game, because if a tank's fucking end game, we're fucked, right? So please nerf the vehicles down to where, you know, they have to really be tactical with that tank, but really keep it just more infantry friendly. It's a battle royale at the end of the day. Minor AI hold spots for high value loot advantages. It's pretty much what I'm trying to say is just, you know, AI enemies fucking just holding up in a certain spot, get the frag out a little bit, you know, some AI players, and get the fucking high value loot. Also makes it so another team could probably nearby or somewhat nearby hear the gunfighting happen, and they come in like, oh, they're at this AI spot, whatever, they're at the fucking holdout, they're trying to get this high value loot. Makes the gunplay right there much more impactful and crazy. Calls for a good time. I don't know, other than that, and you get to, you know, not just sit around and not get fucking kills every so often. You could run into spots and at least frag out a little bit, so it just makes it so the gameplay doesn't get too stale. It just adds a little bit more flavor to it. 2-weapon carry system, no standard Battlefield loadout setup in BR. If you know Battlefield's usually primary, secondary, you know, AR, pistol, SMG, pistol, whatever, right? So my opinion is in BR, just make it so you could carry 2 primaries. That way you can have a sniper and SMG. It just makes it for more versatile gunplay. We don't want fucking just, you know, you get an SMG and you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're stuck with that, because that's how the Battlefield gameplay already looks, per se, is that you're stuck with that. There is a rumor that there is a one of the classes that you choose can have the option for 2-weapon carry. Only one class does that. So in my opinion, don't do that, you know, like BR, keep that separate, just 2-weapon pickup, keep it simple like that. Fucking great. So destructible environment for different area playability is my last thing, by the way. So obviously the difference between Call of Duty and Battlefield is that Battlefield has destruction, and you could really make maps play a certain way. Also too, I didn't mention this, but in both multiplayer and battle royale, have levolution of some sort. Make a building come down and it changes the area. You know what I mean? We want to see that. If we can get that to a high extent in battle royale, great. But if not, at least somewhat of a local area type situation, cool. That's all I ask. So after that, I really don't have anything else, but I mean, at least top of my head, but I do want to mention that this will be, for me personally, the final fucking straw. So if this game don't succeed, at least for me, like it's more or less like, if I don't enjoy this game enough to grind this every day and make this my main game and content on this game, I'm done with this shit. So I'm really hoping for the best with this. But really, this is me as a content creator, Battlefield, and I'm sure everybody here is so sick of tired of Call of Duty's bullshit. We all want to have a good fucking FPS shooter, and us coming into the older ages, we want to enjoy a game for years to come, and fucking, you know, finally really go into playing a game and being like, I want to play today. You know, I want to capture that fucking COVID Modern Warfare 19 release. I want that moment to come back. I want to feel that with the friends again, you know? I want to be able to fucking go and have people constantly all hopping in talking about, let's play a match, let's play a match. I want to feel that again. I'm sure just like all of us do. Call of Duty, it's like, it's so shitty that nobody even wants to play it, really. You know, I got maybe like 2 viewers out of my fucking whole friends list, which I have a lot from over the years, literally only play Call of Duty. And even then, once in a while, they still won't play. So it's literally just by myself all the time. So yeah, I still play it as an aim trainer, unfortunately, but you know, Battlefield 2042 I hop in once in a while, and Delta Force is just janky fucking mobile game. So end of the day, I don't know what to say. I just hope for this game to be the best, and you know, if you want to join me along the journey, please follow, like, and subscribe. And again, come in here, fucking have a conversation. You want to play games with me, hit me up on here on Kick, especially follow me on Kick, because that's gonna be new. I only got like 20 plus followers right now, so you know, let that start growing. I just started this not even 2 weeks ago, so let's try to get that channel growing. And then obviously I will be live on here as well on YouTube, so keep an eye out for that. But anyways, again, follow, like, and subscribe is truly appreciated. I am butchering the fuck out of my words. Don't judge me. You guys have yourselves a good day, and let's hope for the best of Battlefield 6. So adios.